I thought it'd be kind of fun to use the first like 3, 4, whatever comes up images when I refresh the page as like a mood board for a character that we're going to design. So let's do that. I'm going to record on my phone and we are going to refresh the page. And this, okay, sorry, I just wiped away a few emails. Here, let me screenshot it really fast. Okay, this is our mood board of what we are going to make. So we've got like a makeup, an outfit, it's like a color palette with jellyfishes, some flowers. We're gonna combine this into a character. All right. So I'm gonna take them and send them to my iPad. So we've got some jellyfish, an outfit, some makeup, and these crochet, like, these are really cute, like little crochet flowers that, like our curtains, those like dangly curtains. Honestly, that's really tempting. I should pin, hold on, I'm gonna pin that to my board. Okay, I pinned them all, just so that if I needed to go back and find the actual pins I could, but Anyway, this is what we're working with, and I feel like my eye is really drawn to the colors in this, like this pretty gradient action going on the jellies. And then we have these other colors over here, so we've got some blue and yellow on this one, and then some green and pink over here. So we've got some different vibes going on. I feel like these two could mesh really well, so let's try and figure out how to mesh all of them. So we also I can't speak. So I'm immediately feeling like, because we have an animal, we should incorporate that animal into our design in a way. So I'm wondering if, and I did a mermaid last week too. So we're just gonna have a double mermaid. And this one is going to be more jellyfish. And then I'm wondering if we make the jellyfish part like her hair, kind of. We've got the jelly. And then, because we also have these strands in there, I wonder if we add that to her hair, like she's crocheted some strands of flowers. Like maybe she is a jellyfish mermaid that lives in that part of the ocean. She's somehow heard or seen or in some way other parts of the world and is really obsessed with like this meadowy and flowery part of the world, and is just kind of, I don't know, she really wants to visit that somehow and be into, you know, find flowers and fields and is into that kind of a thing. So she decorates herself with a lot of those kinds of aesthetics. And for this one, I feel like I'm going to incorporate it in a pretty simple way, and that's like going to be her eye makeup. It's going to look like that. I'm going to give her an outfit and take this and skew it mermaid just a little bit, but it's going to be pretty similar still. So this is becoming pretty unreadable, so I'm going to clean it up so you can kind of see what my brain is seeing. Okay, so I don't know if this makes it any clearer, but, you know, kind of what I'm thinking with all of this. I actually wonder, though, if I should move her hat down a little bit. So I was thinking that maybe some more of this flowery vines. She's got water plants as the skirt, like this one. But, well, I mean, it's not like that one, but like a skirt, like in the outfit picture. But with what she's got in the ocean. And this cute little thing to use with sleeves that are really like at the ends a little bit more like her skirt. And then she's like found some flowery things to use in her hair that's like this jellyfishy look, and then her jellyfish top. And I thought it'd be cute to just put some like little scallopy edges on there. Oh, also, because these are like, they're not completely strappy shoes, but they've got some straps on them. I was thinking, since she doesn't have feet, that maybe she would like tie some ribbon or something on her tail at the end to kind of like, oh, she liked this, like the strappy shoes or something. And then obviously we can't see it in our sketch, but we're gonna do that eye makeup on her. And then we have to think about colors, but I think I'm gonna clean even more. I'm gonna clean up the sketch and then think about what colors we're gonna put in here. I have been feeling very sketchy today. Like, I've not been feeling like very like clean line art, and I think I'm just gonna roll with that because you know, that's how I'm feeling today. And I don't mind things looking more sketchy and less clean and refined sometimes, so I'll roll with it when that's how I'm feeling. I also gave her like a little bow necklace. I just kind of thought it would be cute. Alright, so the first thing I think I'm gonna do, now that I have everything kind of cleaned up a bit, is I do need to add those lashes that she's got, because they're like grouped up in these pretty bunches, you know, kind of like that. And I need to kind of replicate that. And I am gonna just go in and draw in her lashes, or draw in her eye makeup, because I feel like that's pretty straightforward. We kind of already have all that planned out. So it starts blue and then it is more goldish yellow on the inner corner. And I do think I'm also going to give her blue eyes, like our image. Alright, so we've got that part finished, and we have to kind of think about the rest of our colors. I'm just going to flatten those because we don't need them on separate layers. So I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to make her, because we've got like this lighter pink up here at the top, and then I think because of the pink and then the blue water, it kind of looks a little bit more purple toward the end, and I want to replicate that. So we're gonna color her in with this light pink. We're just the hard brush, and just kind of messily put that pink in here. And I'm gonna still go into the cap a little bit because it's gonna be kind of see-through. So we'll just blend it as we get up there. Alright, so we've got that pink down, and then I'm going to continue it on her tail, but on a different layer, because we're gonna go in and do some different gradients on the tail versus her skin. And I am gonna take it up into like this foliage-y skirt, because I think we're just gonna go over the skirt with the foliage later. So we just have the tail underneath, and yeah, we'll go over it later. So in her tail, I do want to go to more purple. So we'll kind of toss this purple in. And something like that is kind of what I want to do. And then in her skin, I want to go the other way and get more of the orange and lighter pink and the yellow in there. So maybe we'll use like this one. I don't remember where we got it from. I think from the edge. We're gonna use this one as like a blush. Oh, I'm not on the right layer. And this lighter, more like peachy color we'll put like in any like highlighty spots. And yellow for like the brightest spots, like on her nose. I might even go back in on her tail and add some more of these other purples just to further the fun gradient we've got. And then, let's see. And then what do we do? I'm kind of just throwing the colors in without thinking about it and not really planning it. I'm just doing it. But I kind of want to make her skirt and her shirt more green like these, but with more of a blue-ish tint to it to kind of mix these two. So I'm gonna go in and kind of pick my own color a little bit. I'm thinking kind of maybe here. Maybe we'll adjust it from here, but this is what I'm thinking. And I forgot. I think I'm gonna go back in on this top and kind of add another gradient, because I don't know, I'm really into gradients lately. I'm gonna add a gradient on it as well. Maybe soften it a bit. And also, what would it look like if we kind of made it a little softer? Blend it in a little bit more? I feel like I kind of like, no, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is. Though I might go in and play around with its hue if I like it more green or more blue. And now for the skirt. And I think I'm gonna go in with a darker color and kind of color in some of the underneath area. I don't know how much I love this. It's kind of looking a little, I don't know. I might change the color. Maybe that'll help. Maybe if it was a little bit lighter. Well, let's add those vines and then we'll see what we think, because I don't know how I'm feeling about it yet. Okay, I do like it with the green in it a little bit better. And I think I'm gonna take this light color and kind of just go on the tail a little bit. With this brush to kind of just add a little bit of texture. And also I need to add the scales. I don't have any scales on her tail. Oh, I just realized we forgot the little ties on her shirt. and her necklace bow thing. And then for the fins, let's see. Just kidding, we're not going to do the fins yet. I think I'm going to focus on her hair and get her hair finished, and then we can look at the fins and then like the jelly blob on her head. I think I want to kind of replicate this somewhat, if I can. I didn't make it as ruffly as I think I probably would if I were to go in again with it, but I think it still gets like the kind of idea across, because we're just being sketchy today. We're just gonna, I don't know what I'm saying. We're just getting the idea down. So I'm gonna go in with this pink and just kind of block out a few little spots, and then we can go in and change the color. Although I kind of actually like the pink like this. I kind of love the pink. I'm gonna keep the pink. I think I like the pink, and I'm gonna just play with variations of pink, probably. Let's see what it would look like with a little bit of this purple in it, actually. Maybe just up here, close to her skin. I don't know how much I like it like that, but I do like the pink, so I'm gonna keep the pink. And I think I am gonna go on a layer above the line art and kind of add some more, just like little squigglies. And probably end up doing the same for the flowers too. I feel like the jelly blob on her head and her accents of like fin transparency accents things, I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like that's gonna be a big tying everything together point. So I'm gonna we gotta think about what we're gonna do for it. I think this might seem kind of odd maybe, but I almost want to go in with like an orange. And for her jelly top, and maybe we go in with a few other colors and kind of blend it in and make it kind of feel just like really fun and colorful. I don't know, something like that. Maybe we play around with the color a little bit more. Maybe we even tint it a little bit more. Maybe we even tint it a little bit more pinky, like that. And also, I wonder if the highlights will help bring it together a little bit better. So that's kind of where I think I'm landing. I might play around a little bit with the green tones. I'm not entirely sold on them quite yet. So I'm just gonna like merge everything above and below the green, or at least put them into groups. I'll merge everything later. And just like play around with these green tones and just see if I can find something that I like better, because I don't know if I like them more green or less saturated, or, you know, more blue, maybe a bit brighter. I think a bit brighter. I think that helps. Whoopsie. We've got low battery. We gotta hurry. I think brighter. I think I like that better. But essentially, I think this is where we are at with this little design. I thought it'd be fun just to throw together kind of a quick like sketching together from like a mood board that Pinterest, like the first 4 things that come up in my feed on Pinterest, and it was these, and I think that we did kind of something that was kind of fun. So I enjoyed that. I do kind of like all the pastel colors that we got with combining these. Yeah, so that is everything for today. And I will see you next week. Just kidding. I was editing this and I realized that I wasn't entirely happy with leaving you with just a sketch, which, I mean, in other videos I might do that, but I kept looking at this one and I kept thinking, man, I don't really like it very much. So I drew it again. I really liked the concept and I loved the colors, actually. I thought they were really fun. So I drew it again, and I'm just gonna put the speed paint on because I sat on the couch and I got all comfortable and I started drawing a new one, and I didn't really want to get up, so I stayed there. And also I tried playing around with making my own braid brush. I don't think it's something that I would do for like a finished painting or anything, because it's kind of flat. I don't know how else to, with the repeated braid pattern instead of like drawing it in completely for the piece that you know what I'm trying to say. But I made my own braid brush, and I think it works for just doing like concepts and, you know, just to kind of speed that process up, because braids take a long time sometimes. But I use the same colors, and I just kind of redrew her and cleaned it up a little bit more than sketch of before. And then I also have been playing around, not just with this, but just lately, with using different blending modes and overlays to make my own kind of filter that makes it look like an old TV screen, which I've been loving that like whole aesthetic lately. And so I applied that and worked on that as well and made it kind of look like an old TV screen with the whole chromatic aberration and a little bit of fuzz. I don't know why I love film grain and fuzz so much, but I love it a lot. So I did that too. And yeah, this is what we have. And okay, now for real, I'll see you next week. Bye.